Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Foggy24K rocking out with the stupid DeFi channel. I'm not no financial advisor. This is no financial advice. Yo, make sure you do your own research and do not invest more than you can afford to lose, because it is crazy on these DeFi streets. And I'm not fronting. Every day, every night, when I do a little research before I come up here and speak to everybody, I see some more craziness. I see some stuff I just cannot believe. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But before I get into that, I want to talk about my favorite thing to talk about. I talk about it to everybody, and they cannot even believe what I'm talking about. Some don't believe it. Some don't understand it. Some don't even give a. They don't even care. But what I'm talking about is stable fund. Straight up. Let me breeze through my stakes as I do every day, every night. Straight up. Click over here to BUSD. Because it is straight up popping. I'm amped, but I think I'm more amped than anything and everybody over here in stable fund, because it is quietly creeping, making everybody a whole lot of money. So there's no reason to be hyped. But I'm hyped because I want everybody on the stupid DeFi channel to be hyped too. I want y'all to do some research and check this out. If you think your research is adding up and things seem right, yo, jump in, because I want us all to be trooping to $1 million. I'm compounding. Look at this. This is nothing but compounds. Compounds. And I'm not fronting. This is stuff right here that I could withdraw, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep compounding. Look at the list. There it is. Compounding. These only thing I've taken out of this was my initial deposit. One was 736 and one was my test deposit, which was 9.7. Initially it was $10, but after the 3% went to the people over at srocket, it became 9.7. So that's all I've taken out. And the rest, I'm just going to compound. I'm compounding to $1 million. If I get there, yo, it's all good. At the time that I'm going to be compounding 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 700,000, it is going to be popping. And we're going to be counting down the days. I don't know how that feeling is going to feel. I have no idea. I will tell you when we get there. Because right now, it's not looking like this project is slowing down. Right now, it looks like this project is not. It is just, let's look at the charts. I'm talking, and like I told y'all all, we listen to people pumping these projects, advertising them, talking about them. But what's really tells the deal is right here, these charts. Look at this chart. What is it telling you? It's doing absolutely nothing. It's hanging out between $70-something and reality about $100. You get a couple of spikes way up here, but these don't matter. These spikes don't matter. What we're talking about is what is it really doing? This is what it's doing. It's ranging. It's ranging. Am I mad about that? Not at all. Now, I'm going to tell you, some short-term investors, some people who didn't do any stakes, they bought srocket saying, whoa, this shit is shooting up. So I got to get me some money off this. I'm going to get some free money. But trust me, I know how that go because I do it on other coins. I'm doing it on Matic right now. I'm trying to get some free money. So it's cats that got into this about 50, 60, maybe 70, 80, or 90. They said, you know what? I'm about to scoop up some free money because this shit is on an uptrend. And then all of a sudden, halt at the $100 mark. It is ranging, and it's been ranging here for a minute. Now, only people who are cool with this range are people who said, you know what, I'm in, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm collecting this 1.5. I'm good. I don't care if it shoots up. If it shoots up, then hey, that's even better. Even if it shoots down, hey, no big deal. I got some extra cash on the side. I'm going to scoop some more up, or I ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to come here and check this once a week. That's passive income. When you throw it in there, you know, this is crazy. This is passive income, but I'm making it more than passive income because I like to get up here. I like to make some videos. I like to try to turn other people on to what is going on and what I'm doing and some positive stuff. Just like to talk about what I'm doing as I troop through it. So it is all good for me because, hey, it's ranging. All I need to do is range, because as long as srocket is ranging and keeps going just like this, that means stable fund is good. And it's going to keep going like this. And that's where I'm making my money right now, is in stable fund. So as long as srocket is good, stable fund is good. If srocket crashes, that means there's a problem in stable fund. And everybody know it is what it is. But from this bot thing that's going on, I'm telling you, it looks like that's what's supporting this price. And I love it and I appreciate it. And I hope it don't change. Just hang around for 12 more months. And realistically, I need about 16 months to hit that $1 million mark. I will be in life-changing available money in 12 months, because I'll be looking at probably 100,000, 200, 300,000. So that kind of money sitting over here available, yeah, that's like how long that'll change my life. Probably not that long, because I mean I've seen 100,000 before, so it's not blow my mind money. But $1 million is, and you telling me once I get to 12 months, I got to just stick it out for 4 more months to get blow my mind money? That, yeah. I'm signed up for that. Real talk. I'm signed up for that. So we're looking at this chart right here, and it's ranging, and it's been ranging for a while, and I am not mad at this. I love the way this looks. You see, I threw my my lows and my highs up right here in this range, and it's staying within that. It's been within that for a minute. It spiked here today. It dropped way down to $40-something. And I just noticed that as I came up here. And I'm saying, shoo, I wish it had dropped another $10, another $20. Maybe I'd have scooped up some, because look exactly what it did. It spiked way down here and shot way back up to the top of the range. I don't know what made it do that. I'm not even going to look through the transactions to see if it was a bot or if it was a person with extremely big money. You know, I throw out some scenarios. Maybe it came along here and one of the big holders, investors, said, you know what? I want to do something different with what I got going on. They could be at $1 million. Now you look at, if you invested enough money when this project was at 2 cents, I think that's what it started at, 2 cents. There are millionaires in this project already. Now, are you going to blame them for cashing out at $97? Shit, I wouldn't. I'd be like, yo, get it, bro. Get it. So I would not be. But I bet you, there are multiple made millionaires out of this project. No question about it. Made millionaires out of this project. And I would not knock them if they saw this range and said, you know what? I'm going to cash out now. And it looks like, I could be wrong, like I could be writing a story that's not even accurate. It could easily not be accurate. But I'm going to scenario guess and say that somebody or some people all of a sudden said, you know what? I'm at 1, 2, 3 million right now. I'm going to cash out. Somebody wife hounded them down and said, yo, stop playing around and get that money. Hold on to it. Stop playing. So they said, all right, cool. And they dumped all their coins. And then all of a sudden the bot kicked in and shot it right back up saying, no, we're not doing that. And overshot a little bit. And then it came back down, overshot, and said, hey, this is the price now? Okay, let me sell some stuff and just level it out, bring it back to the means. And that's where we at now. And I hope we stay just like this for another year. I have no problem. All these crazy spiked ups and spiked downs, they mean nothing to me. They're only going to mean something if they spike down to that $29.20. The reason that's going to mean something to me, because I will be scooping some up and I'm going to be relying on that bot to pull that price right back up. And if and when they do, just imagine if I get it at 20 cents, right? And it shoots it back up to $100. I'm not getting there out. I'm relying on devs. So I'll be looking at probably, just normally it's paying like 1% divs. I just trying to did my calculations. So at that point, I will be doing 5%. 5% divs. No question about it. Anybody else, do the math. I could be wrong. I know it fluctuates or whatever the case may be. You know, is my math off? So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's bounce over here to Optimus, my second favorite project. And this is what we are calling the come up. Cause this is coming up. Straight up, this is coming up. I put in about 190 into this project, and right now it is at 253. That's how much I got in here now. The value. That's price appreciation and whatever divs they're giving me. It's all good. We're only talking about a day or two. Straight up. We only talking about a day or two. So I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. It is all good. It's all good. Optimus is doing his thing. I'm not even going to call out these numbers because you can go to the project and verify them yourself. But look at them. Look at them. Look at them. And then this is my wallet right here. I got 296 OPT up in here worth $253. I paid about $190 something for these. So it's all good. I'm earning 2.96 per day. It's popping right now. Per month, I'm earning 100. But all that don't mean nothing to me because, like I said, I am just compounding. And Optimus, I love it because I don't have to do nothing for the compound. It's doing it all automatically. I just buy it and do nothing. It sits in my wallet and it does all the compounds and everything automatically. This is crazy. Let's look at the chart on OPT. Let's look at this chart. Where did I get in at? I think it was 75. I remember it was, let's see where we at. I think it was back here on this nice big red candle. This candle looks like it means nothing now. But back when it happened, it was a big candle back then. This is what it looked like. It was here. And it was trooping down. Then I saw this big drop down. And then I saw that it was overbought. I said, yo, I got to get in that. And I went ahead and got in. And I got it at about 75 cents. Straight up. Yep. I got in about 75 cents. And it went up, moved around a little bit, and then bounced back down. Did I get worried and say, oh, I got a panic sell and all that? Not at all. I was sitting there rubbing my hands together with my fingers crossed, hoping it would go down some more because I was going to buy some more, you know? And also I was saying to myself, is this bot going to kick in or what? Is this bot going to kick in and send this price back up? And look at this. Did back down. What did that bot do? I'm saying the bot. I don't know if it's the bot with the people. I really don't care because all of it is the same. So something kicked in and brought this price way back up to the top of the range again. And that's where it's just been floating at, right up at the top. That range, about 90 something, 80 something cent, right there. So who's keeping it there? Is it the bot? I don't know. Maybe. Is it the people? Yeah, I don't know. Doubt it. But, you know, do I really give a... Nah, really, I don't care. Because as long as it stays up here, it's all good. Money is still the same. So if it drops back down, the bottom of the range, gets oversold, all that, I'm going to buy some more. It is what it is. I already know where I'm at. And if it don't go back down there and just continues to grow from here, then hey, I'm good. I keep the money in my pocket. Not a problem. No. Yo, let's see what my Matic adventure is doing. Because I threw some Matic. I bought some Matic yesterday at 80 cents. And I'm just trying to do this to make some quick cash because I bought it at 80. I put an order in. Let me confirm that. My order got filled yesterday, but I put an order in probably a couple of days ago for 80 cents. And I only did that because I saw Matic was ranging. Let's go back. So Matic dropped down here and then hit the brakes and then just started ranging. So I said, how far down is this range going? And I looked at it. It came up in the head. So you know what I said? I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'll take it at 80 cents. It easily could go down here into the 75, 76. And that was a risk that I was willing to take. Not a problem because reality, I'm willing to take a risk with Matic all the way back down to 20 cents, 15 and 5 cents. And the reason is because I know the coin, the token. I know the token is not going nowhere. This is Matic. This is the token for the Polygon network. And Polygon network is not going nowhere. So that means Matic is not going nowhere. Worst case scenario, I would have to hold on to this token for a few days, a few weeks, possibly a few months. Okay. Best case scenario, it just goes back up another 10 to 12% back to areas where it was just that. And I say that saying that I put in a sell order for 90 cents. So meaning I'm getting 10 cents off of this project. 10 cents per token that I bought. And I bought, I think it was about, let's look over here at, yeah, so let's look at Quick Swap. So I got 812 tokens. And hey, 10 cents per token. So that's giving me about 75, 80 cents. Excuse me. That's giving me about $75, $80. So hey, I'll take that. I'm good. I am good with that. Quick money in a few days. $75, $80, free money. And I'll take that and shoot it right over either the stable fund or Optimus. And I'm probably going to shoot it to Optimus just to try to bring Optimus up. You know, my future hopes is to have Optimus, the same amount of money I got at Optimus, the same amount of money I got at stable fund. Because I got the same amount of faith in both projects. They're trooping along. They're doing their thing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let me go over here to Genesis, snatch some dough out of that. And I think I will go ahead and send it back over to a stable fund and compound all of that for the night. So let's see what we got here. We still got that 0.94. We got about a half a BNB getting that 2.75. And what I got yielded, 0.05. I think that's about, I don't know, $20, something like that, maybe 30. I don't know. For fun, let's see what this contract is doing here. We watching this every night. This is Genesis Watch. All right. And the contract is at 88,000. So it didn't even really move much. Are we going to be in here long enough to get that deposit back? I don't know. But we're going to keep pulling and we're going to keep pulling until we get everything, you know? And something just crossed my mind. This project right here, Dino BUSD. Now, I'm going to give an opinion on this and I'm going to do a quick breeze through on research on this. All right. So my opinion on this is, I'm going to say this. It is definitely going to be people that make money off of this. And depending on how much they invest, they might make a whole boatload of money. But another thing I'm going to tell you is it's definitely going to be people who lose money on this. How much they lose, you know, I can't say because it depends on how much they put up. And that is the point, is that it's going to be people that make money off of this and it's going to be people that lose off of this. Now, is that in every project? Yeah, it is. It is. No question about it. No matter what the project is, no matter depending on how you work your circumstances, you could put yourself in a losing position. Because if you look at even with Bitcoin, there's people that bought into that. At some point, they were in the winning position. If they sold, then they lost. But if they held on, then they won. But sometimes they were catching the L. Or that fluctuates. But the difference between that and these miners is the odds are stacked so much against you, you know? And then you know you're in, what's the word? I'm going to use it. I'm going to say scam project. Who they're scamming, I ain't even going to say, I don't know. But I'm going to say scam project, meaning that it's not a legit project. But what does legit project mean? Does that really mean, what does that really mean? Legit, does it mean that the cops are going to come and take some people to jail and start a case against them and all that? Nah, that ain't going to happen. This is crypto. The cops ain't coming over here on this. They could barely no, they're not coming over here for this. Okay? Not yet anyway. Maybe that might change, but not yet anyway. All right. So the scam project mean that some people showed you a couple of cards and said, yo, I'm gonna shuffle this around, pick the right card and I'll give you this, but give me that. And if you don't pick the right card, I get to keep that. Nah, that's not what it mean anyway either. You know, And these projects, and I'm gonna include this into that. So I don't know if I need to give it the scam title. It's probably just a scam to the people who come in a little later than the people who have made money. And the people who have made money, this ain't no scam. This is a money making opportunity. So it's perspective. It's how you look at it and what you think about it. You know, I guess that's it right there. It's perspective. So, but I don't want to be thinking about those perspectives no more. You know, I mean, realistically, I could dive into these projects right now. I got enough people who peep my videos to say, you know what? Now, right now, I'm going to go hard off these links. I'm going to go hard. I'm probably teeter-tottering off projects wanting to look at me and say, hey, we'll throw you a couple of dollars, promote our project, you know? And if you go hard enough, we'll even let you know when we're about to rug pull here. Or we'll let you know if we're not going to rug pull, you know? So those are the things, but I'm not even, I get no fulfillment out. My chase right now is not chasing to be rich on a scam. It's not chasing to be rich at any cost right now. I find appreciation in knowing that I'm not dealing with, but I have people in my community. And I call it my community because I uploaded this YouTube channel when there was no subscribers. I uploaded this channel when I had no viewers. I uploaded it when I had no comments and no likes. But I do have comments, likes. I have a couple of viewers. This channel is not big. I have not blowed up. Trust. You can look at the numbers and they're all real. These are all real numbers. You know, you got a lot of YouTubers out there who are acting and boasting like they're blowing up. And you know, those numbers are nothing but a little bit of payment. They just pay for those numbers to look like they're doing something more than they're doing. So not all of them, but I'm telling you some of them, and it's rare. But anyway, I said that to say is that my perspective on a whole lot of things after being a person who was following YouTubers who were chasing the links, chasing that side money and all that to get their projects, their whole DeFi life popping and afloat. I just decided that that's not what I want to do. And that's not how I want to go about this. I dedicate some time, a lot of time. You know, you look at these videos, they be 30, 40 minutes long. 30, 40 minutes is nothing. But when you start adding in how long it takes to edit, how long it takes to do research on these and all that, that's like, if not a full-time job, that's at least a part-time job. And there's no money coming back on this. And even if I was pumping links, I don't think the links will make it worth it. But what it is worth it is for somebody not to go through what I went through initially trying to get involved in this DeFi. So that's why I keep it real. I seen comments come up and say, yo, this is the realest channel I ain't never heard this real stuff. You know, hey, I got nothing to lose. My bags, my investments are still there. So if this channel got shut down, it wouldn't even matter because where I make my bank at, that's still popping. My philosophies and how I look at how I make my investments, how I look at projects and analyze them and decide if I'm going to get in or not, none of that has changed. It doesn't matter what this channel do, you know? So I say all that to say, let me get into how I feel about this project, Dino BUSD. All right. Number one, I'm going to look at, and I mentioned this to you guys before. Number one, I'm going to look at the person or the YouTuber that I heard about this project from first. Okay. And I'm going to start my research there. So in doing this, I know that, and like I said, I'm not calling no names, but the person and the YouTuber that I first heard about this from pumps any and everything. Okay? So he has no credibility as far as anything. All he is I could just as well do a Google search on miners, crypto miners. And when the list comes up, it's no different than going to this person's YouTube channel and watching their videos because they're not vetting these projects. They don't look in to see if the tokenomics are valuable. They don't look in to see if the dev team is credible. They don't look into none of that stuff. What they probably, and this is a probably, and do I care if I'm wrong? No. Do I care if they get upset? Did I say this? No. But I'll tell you what they probably look into is if they are sending them some money to talk about their project. If they are sending them some coins, some tokens to talk about their project. Maybe even deeper than that. If they're giving them a heads up on if they're going to pull on this project or if they're even going to pull on this project. You know, that's what I think about. So that's my investigation on the person who delivered the message about this project. Now, next. All right. This project has a audit, right? So who did the audit? All right. My little research. The audit was done by, what is this guy? George Stamp. George Stamp. Now, am I mad at George Stamp? Nah. But I'm trying to sit here and say, damn, what did George Stamp. It's running through my mind. That name is so familiar, so familiar. Then, it dawned on me. George Stamp did the audit on the project that I talk about every night. And that is Genesis. So, with me doing my investigation on him and this, I'm not mad at George Stamp because Genesis is still here. It's draining. The project is going down slowly, but it is still here. So nobody rugged. This wasn't a rug. No funny tokenomics happened. All of a sudden, we're not getting what we're supposed to get. Everything pretty much checked out with Genesis. It's just that I've caught it, and I can say early, but I've noticed that the contract is slowly draining. And that is not a rug. That's just these miners going through their natural progression. And so I tell y'all every night, like I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to withdraw out of here. Then I push about $20, $30, and I'm going to shoot it over the stable fund. But I'm not doing no recompounding, and I'm definitely not depositing into this project. I probably was one of the last few people that did deposit into this project. I came over here late, you know? But it's no big deal because I was on a super money rush of making money off Avarice. So I balled out over there and I just ran across any project I ran across. I just threw money at it. So I blew some money straight up, blew some money fast. And Genesis right now, I'm just pulling out whatever I could get. So this is a sober financial mind right now. I was drunk and high as could be off of my earnings off of Avarice. And I came over here and was just blowing money. But now this mind is sober. So I'm not blowing over here. I'm just taking out until they shut the doors, you know? And that's what it is. We saw that contract straight up. So that's what I'm talking about here. And that is what we are doing. Let me see. And yeah, I'm going to come back over here to Dino, BUSD. I don't want to creep through this audit here. You know, I didn't want to read the audit like that, but, you know, I'm only talking about this because, you know, one of my peeps up here in the stupid DeFi channel hollered at me about this. He's like, yo, check this out. You know, and I already knew what he was talking about. I'm on it too. Straight up, I'm on it too. And I'm going to talk about it. Hopefully he just wanted me to talk about it. You know, and he said, yo, you go to such and such YouTube channel. They'll tell you all about it. It might be something you might want to mess with. And if I never heard about this project and he called that person's YouTube channel out, I would definitely have said to myself, I don't even got to go no further. I'm not messing with that. And I'm not saying people ain't making money. But I know by the time that I hear about it, people have already made money. And at that point, it's a roll of the dice if anybody else is going to make money. And I don't want to be a part of that crew of roll of the dice. You know what? I'll just keep my money in my pocket and I don't have to worry about rolling that dice. But I gave respect. My man Chris, he threw this at me. So I gave respect to Chris to even take the time to get out and say, you know what? I'm going to look into this. So I listened to the video of the dude. Like I said, I'm not calling no names because I ain't trying to FUD no people, and you know, I ain't trying to do all that. So I listened and I watched the video of the dude, and then I said, okay. He called out a lot of numbers, hyped it up as usually. Oh my God, this is the new thing. Oh, you missed this. Oh God, they doing it different. Oh geez, oh wah. That's how it's sounding in my ears now. On these dudes that be pumping these miners. Come on, dude. Yo, you doing 1,000 miners a month. Motherfuckers, everybody you fuck with should be rich right now if these miners is worth even the time. But if it's a game and it's fun, it's lotto tickets, hey, it is what it is. But for me, yo, I'm trying to get that life-changing money, B, and I can't even mess with you on that. But that's besides the point, okay? So I know what he about. I didn't even have to go to that channel to watch that video. But I did, like I said, out of respect. Cause dude who fuck with my channel said, yo, check this dude out. Check this project. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and listen. So I listened, and it was the same jargon that I'm used to hearing from dude, you know, and I'll leave it at that. Okay? So I did more due diligence. Okay? And I said, all right, George Stamp. Because he said it in the video. He said, oh, this project is ordered by George Stamp. All right, cool. I said, damn, that name sound familiar. So George Stamp. At first, I thought it was who ordered a project that rugged. That's what motivated me to figure out who George Stamp was and which project that I was affiliated with that he ordered it. So I looked into it and figured it out, and I remembered and figured out that it was Genesis. George Stamp ordered it Genesis. So I said, all right, let me go through his audit and see, because when I went through his Genesis audit, I found some things that had me have some reserve, you know, and so I said, let me go through this one. So we're here on it, and I'm going to point out some things. All right, this Dino token, it looks like this is a token for this project. So I took this token over to Dex Tools and pasted it. I want to see what it's doing. So I put it over here, and I got no results for that token address. So I came back to double check. What did it say? OXB9EE. That's what it says. Let me go back over here to Dex. OXB9EE. It's nothing here. Nothing's coming up. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the token doesn't exist, but it's not over here on Dex Tools. And that's what I use to screen all my crypto, because the bottom of the tokens, they're all here. Well, for some reason, this one isn't. So I said, wow, that's fishy, but let's continue here. So they have a daily return on investment of 5%, not a modifiable by the owner, up to 3x. So you can get 3x on whatever you put in here. And that's it. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I just highlighted some spots because I'm not going to go through and read this whole thing at all. But I also saw referral percentages. And when I see referrals, that definitely, I say, okay, this is some Ponzi stuff. But not the end of the world, because people still make money off of that. Ponzi don't mean you ain't making money. It just means you better be real early and real good at your sell game on selling and convincing people to get into that project. All right. So they're doing one level, which is at 5%, not modifiable. So nobody under that first level, you're not getting no money off of that. All right. They got a maximum deposit and all that. And George Stamp, he realized that there are no backdoor methods to withdraw funds out of this contract. So that's a good thing. All right. I'm not going to front. I'm going to give the good and the bad. Now they got a deposit fee and withdrawal fee. 6%. That's not super high because I've seen worse. Definitely. So we'll click that. Complexity. Considering Dino gave back $165,000 from their first project, I say pretty high up there. So they're saying they can trust the team because they gave some money back because of something that happened in their first project. I don't know I don't know what that means, because that means absolutely nothing. Because of their first project, if they made a couple million and they give back 165,000, come on, does that really mean anything? And then also considering the fact that how much did people lose that shouldn't have lost on their first project? Does that 165,000 mean anything? If people that win that first project, if they lost $1 million and you give back 165,000, so is that anything? You keeping 800,000 to move on to this new project? I don't know. I don't know, George Stamp. I don't know what that statement. You should have really went into that a little bit deeper there. But anyway, other risk, considering the complexity of the contract, at the end of the day, this is still an ROI DApp that relies on funds invested to pay out existing users. If the contract reaches zero, investors will not be paid out. There is a maximum daily withdrawal limit. They're telling you straight up, this is a Ponzi. This whole project relies on new investors coming in. And when you get into this project, you got to just keep your fingers crossed that you are not the newest investor before this starts to collapse. That's why I don't mess with miners. It's very clear. And the people that promote them, or the people that build these projects, they're straight up. They're very clear about what they're doing. But are we taking the time to read the contract? Are we taking the time to read the white paper? Are we taking the time to read the audit? They're telling us. They're telling us right here. I'm taking the time to read it. Straight up. All right, is there anything else I got going here? That's it, of importance. Of what George Stamp was talking about. So I wasn't done there. I said, you know what? I'm even looking at the white paper. I already know I'm not investing in this, but I said, let me come over here and see what this white paper looking like. Let's see how interesting this is. So we're scrolling down here. So I came over to the white paper and I said, this is just entertainment purposes now, because I said, hey, I invested 20 minutes into this already. I might as well see what they got in the white paper. And I'm not surprised. I'm not no English major, but I didn't make it past the introduction before I said that I don't care if this is a project that's going to make millionaires. I just will feel stupid and foolish and invest in my money in somebody who would not take the time to write a literate white paper. Okay? If you're in a foreign language and English is not your first language, take the money, take the time to invest in someone to write it for you, or at least in some kind of program that would fix your mistakes. I'm going to read this to you guys, but if you take the time to read it yourself, you would know that something ain't right here. Introduction. Dino team officially launched their first ever BUSD mining platform in DeFi space in June 2022, which ended in August 2022. Okay. Over 700,000 plus was invested and generated a roughly 3 times profit for investor. Okay, that ain't perfect sentence, but whatever. First ever DeFi space platform completely supported by the revenue generating business model, contributing roughly 30% to the mining platform. What business model are they talking about? What are they talking about? Are they talking about Ponzi-nomics? I guess maybe that's making 30% for somebody, because that's the only business model I've seen in this so far. But let's keep it moving. Though the project ended with loss to some investors, of course it did, and Dino team decided to reimburse the losses to the investor up to a maximum they can. All right, I'm going to read that again because I don't know what the fuck they talking about there. Though the project ended with loss to some investors, and Dino team decided to reimburse the losses to the investor up to maximum they can. Now you telling me that's the best that they could write? We're not letting them off the hook, people. Not at all. If you're going to put out a white paper, make it literate. And if you can't make it literate, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't fucking with it. I'm not. And I probably missed out on the biggest money opportunity in the world. But if I'm not respected enough for you to put out a white paper where you're making coherent sentences, I can't mess with you. You just slapped me in the face. You slapped me in the face saying that I'm just so hyped and so excited off of your scam promoter dude that from YouTube that I ain't even gonna read this white paper. This white paper just taking up space. Let me keep going here. Over 168,000 plus was reimbursed to over 700 investors. First ever such move in DeFi system, changing the whole perception about Dino team and setting a benchmark for everyone else. So you guys are telling me, so what's the perception of the Dino team? You telling me you got to change the perception. So you did that by giving over 168,000 to over 700 investors, and you're changing the perception of the Dino team. What's the perception? And my guess, because I didn't invest in the Dino y'all project, but I'm guessing the perception is that y'all are scam artists. The perception is you ain't gonna make your money back if you invest in one of their projects. That's my guess is on the perception. And now you're telling me that perception is going to change because you're telling me that you reimbursed over 700 investors in this white paper that you don't really even think anybody really reading because you didn't even take the time to make it coherent, to make it readable, to make it seem like you know the English language. No. You don't have to know the English language to make it seem like you respect people who are spending money who are English, that you would at least pay somebody to write it correctly. Come on. Fiverr is cheap. $5. They just straighten this all out for you. Come on now. You won't even make that investment? $5, $20 to Fiverr for them to write a coherent paper for you? Oh, man. All right, let me keep going here. So they're saying now, DeFi, let's go. Over 168,000 was reimbursed to over 700 plus investors. First ever such move in DeFi ecosystem, changing the whole perception of the Dino team and setting a benchmark for everyone else. Y'all set the benchmark. Okay. Considering the numerous factors of failure, Dino team decided to come back stronger. So something failed in their first project. They considered all those factors that failed. I don't even know what their first project was. It probably was promoted by the channel that was suggested to me to even look into this project. But once I saw that name, I'm like, I'm not messing with that dude and nothing he promoted. Probably 1 out of 10 make people some money. Maybe 2 out of 10 get people back their ROI. But he pumps it up and act like he been around and then claims no responsibility for anything that he do by saying, hey, I'm just bringing it to you guys. Y'all do your own research. But by the way, hit my link. Yeah, all right, bro. I ain't mad at you, though. I ain't mad at you at all. Nah, man, get your money. Get your money. Get your money, paper. Get your money, killer. Get your money. I ain't mad at you. Not at all. You do what you do on your channel. But I'm going to do what I do on my channel. And on my channel, I'm calling them out. I'm calling them out. Straight up. I'm calling them out. And hopefully going to save somebody some money. You know? And this is all my perception because I'm no financial advisor. This is no financial advice. If you want to go over and throw your money in these miners, especially promoted by certain YouTubers, go ahead, do your thing. I don't get upset about it. It's nothing. It does not affect my bag. But like I said, if I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not fucking with it. If projects that I am in, that I heavily believe in, if I keep it real about those projects, then of course I'm going to keep it real about these projects that I'm not even in, that I don't suggest to get in, that I don't even want to get in, but I don't give financial advice, and I'm no financial advisor. So I'm just reading through this white paper that is written by, it looks like it's written by, I can't say second grader because it's not that bad. It looks like it's written by maybe sixth grader, seventh grader who's getting D's in school. So, all right, what's here? I highlighted this. Being transparent with the whole Dino BUSD community and keeping them in confidence while making some touch decision before taking down the project and then showing the commitment by reimbursing the losses to investors, team already proved that they are not running, but rather are here to stay. Is that, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Team already proved that they are not running, but rather are here to stay. Is that right? Wait a minute. Team already proved they are not running, but rather are here to stay. Ooh, okay. All right. I think you should have paid somebody on Fiverr, bro, to rewrite this for you. Cause this is, come on. Don't sound like somebody who could make a project that's going to make some people some money. Dino BUSD forks will launch day after another. Oh, what? What? Wait a minute. Dino BUSD forks were launched day after another sooner. The Dino BUSD failed. What the are they talking about? Let's try this again. Maybe I ain't hearing this right. Dino BUSD forks were launched day after another sooner. The BUSD failed. What the? Few of them even scammed the investors such as Space BUSD, Weed BUSD, which resulted in a loss of over 500,000 to numerous individuals. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys were the people who put out Space BUSD and Weed BUSD. This is such a slap in the face. Okay, I don't know. Because there's going to be some people that make money off of this. They'll be like, yo, what? I boiled out off of this. I made money. Yo, if you got 1,000 people who made money, if you got 2,000 people who just ROI'd, and then you got 5,000, 10,000 people who took an L, come on, bro. Everybody, you know what that is. You know what that is. Thanks. Let's keep going. Thanks to his commitments, those who invested in first project are still committed to invest in this project. Yeah, there's people chasing dreams, thinking that maybe they can catch the next one. They're running behind the wrong people, you know? And also, the people who got in super early on your projects, maybe the people that you paid to promote it, or the people that you gave heads up saying, yo, get in this project early because we about to do some serious scamming. Yeah, they're going to follow you to the next scam. They made money. I can't even do this, you know? And like I said, these projects are not saying that people are not going to make money because they do make money, but it's so many people that come in late that don't make money. That's the problem. These projects are so illegitimate, and I say scams. If you can't write a white paper that's legible, then to me, you are a scam. Sorry. Investors would have to buy their tokens from Dino exchange listed on the same website. You have to buy your tokens from their exchange, which is on the same website, and stake those tokens in their mining platform. Okay? No one will be allowed to do the direct sale and purchase. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that I got to buy a token off of your website that I already did the search on? It's not even on Dex Tools. And Dex Tools be having every damn thing. Everything. But okay. So I got to buy your token off of your website, okay, from your exchange. And I have to stake it on your exchange. That's the only place, okay? And you're also telling me that I will not be allowed to sell this. I guess that's what you're saying, because this is literally written too. No one will be allowed to the direct sale. What the? Come on. Wait a minute. Let's try this again. No one will be allowed to do the direct sale and purchase for now, and rather staking has been made must for everyone to get their returns, but in near future, direct buy and sell will be enabled when there is enough liquidity in Dino exchange to get listed across other exchanges. Good luck, people. Good luck. It sounds like they're telling you to buy a coin from them, that you have to stake it with them because it is no good anywhere else. You can't sell it. You can't purchase it. You can't do anything with it. And staking has been made a must. So you have to stake it to do anything. To get any kind of return, you got to stake it. But in the near future, they're going to make it so you can buy it and sell it. But they're only going to do that when they get enough liquidity and they get listed across exchanges. Good luck. All right. I don't know. Like I said, maybe this stuff makes money. I just can't deal with this foolish stuff no more. I can't. So I don't know. They're talking about percentages here, 50%, 5%, UPTO functionality. I don't even know what that is. I don't even care. I'm on the first page here. I couldn't even get off the first page. I just started scrolling. I read this, and it looks like they copied and pasted some stuff from some people that have English skills, that can write a coherent piece. And that's what it looks like they did here, because this is something totally different. It's the person who wrote this stuff down here is not the same person who wrote that introduction. Totally not. And the messed up thing about it is the introduction is talking about this coin in this project. The rest of this is just general. What is a token? What is exchange? What is mining platform? What is staking? Business cycle. This is stuff that you can get from anywhere. And I'm sure they just copied and pasted this. But withdrawal fees, this is all general stuff. Unstake referrals, this is all general stuff. But where it really came down to, they had to really talk about their project. They didn't care enough to pay somebody $5 or $20 to write them up something that was coherent. And I'm not even going to say they didn't care enough. They didn't think they even had to. They think that the community of people who are buying this and getting into this project are not even going to take the time to even read a white paper. All they're going to do is listen to that YouTuber who is very loud, who talks very confidently, who's a very good salesman, but he's very clear. When he says, hey, I just bring this to you guys, make sure you do your own research. I don't know, but this looks like the best thing that ever happened to me. These guys are doing some great things. Where did he get that from? He didn't get it from his white paper. These guys look like they're on the ball. These guys, oh my God. Come on, bro. Yeah, no, let me stop. Ain't no come on, bro. It's a do your thing, bro, because that's his lane. That's what he doing. I'm not, let me leave that alone. Let me stop. I'm going to say, come on, stupid DeFi. Stupid DeFi. If you're not one of the first ones to get in that project, keep your fingers crossed on just an ROI. So you didn't catch it the day one, because trust, he posted a day one video, but before that video was posted, he gave it to his people in his Telegram. And before he gave it to his people in Telegram, he was already in it. So he in it, give it to his people in Telegram, so you're already behind. And then eventually he gonna give it to the YouTube people. And the YouTube people who watch him are the cleanup crew. They come in there and give their money so he can get out making some money. He can get his ROI and he can make some dough off of it, even though he's making dough off of all the links. From his Telegram people all the way down through the YouTube people, that's where the money is made off the links. Now, I'm not knocking the hustle, but at the same time, we over here on Stupid DeFi channel, and we ain't f***ing with that. We ain't f***ing with that. Not at all. We want to get in a project. When we get in the project, we check out who the dev team is. Okay. We check out the tokenomics and how things work. If it ain't spelled out perfectly in the white paper, we'll fall back a day or two and watch the mechanics of the project. Is it working the way it's supposed to work? Okay. Then you know what? We'll dip a little bit in there. That works out, we'll give you a little bit more. That works out, then we'll go ahead and roll with the project. If it pulls rugs or whatever, we did our due diligence. But we didn't just go off some loudmouth YouTuber that we know pumps anything that come across his desk. That's going to give him some money, or give him a link that's paying him 5, 7, 10% of anything that anybody that comes behind him puts into the project. Like I said, I'm not knocking nobody hustle at all. I'm just talking to my people. I'm talking to people over here messing with me. Even if it's just 1, 2, or 3, I don't even care. Us 1, 2, or 3, that's who I'm talking to. And I'm saying, yo, I'm not messing with that no more. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm not with that no more. I gave it too much of my time today, but I had to give it that time. Or for the respect that I have for one of the cats that rock with me. You know, because it could be tomorrow. He could have a project he come out, hit me with and say, yo, what you think about this? And that could be the joint that gives me the $1 million. So I'm giving all due respect and all due appreciation that dude came through and said, yo, check this out. And the way I give respect is to actually check it out. And when after I check it out, I'm going to spread it out to all of us in the DeFi, my thoughts on it. But I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, yo, hit me up in the comments. Say, yo, dude, you wrong. Because this, that, and the third. Yo, I've been wrong about stuff before. Straight up. It's projects I'm in today that I was wrong about initially. I said, oh, I was wrong. So, and hey, I'll never act like I know it all because I don't. I'm trooping through this, learning every day. Every day. But what I learned, I stand by my conviction and I stay by it. And then if there's time that I need to change it up, I change it up. Straight up. And I don't have no problem admitting that I'm wrong when I'm wrong. So this is how I feel about this. So, said all I have to say is that Dino BUSD is a no-go for me. I'm not saying what anybody else should do and what they shouldn't do. Not saying anybody else is not going to make no money or they are going to make no money. I'm talking about myself. I'm not messing with it. I'm staying where I'm in the lane that I'm in. In the lane that I'm in right now, I got other projects that I got going on that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not even going to talk about right now. Y'all know I'm in Avarice. I talk about that. And I probably got money over the Avarice sitting, so I got to check that. But I'm not going to do it today. I'm in Avarice BNB, Avarice BUSD. I own Hex. Okay. And I got some PulseX also. So I was in that early. I'm trying to think of the projects that I'm involved in. What else I got going on? I'm in Drip. So I got Drip. I got some Pig. I got some Drip Garden. I'm in Drip Garden. So I'm in a few different projects. A lot of projects we all in the same projects. Projects that I was in recently that don't exist anymore. I was in BUSD. That's not around anymore. I didn't ROI on that. I was also in BNB Lost World. That rugged and tried to scam at the end by getting into people's wallet. That was a whole debacle. But, you know, the projects that I call legit, Avarice, that was legit. I made a lot of money off Avarice. BNB. Avarice BUSD. I didn't make a lot of money off of it, but I got my ROI and I'm still collecting on that project. So y'all know I come through every 10 days and snatch out of that and I deposit it over here in the stable fund. So I'm still getting paid from that. You know, Drip, everybody know what it is with Drip. Drip is still here. Okay. Drip is down, but I'm still making money off Drip too. But I just compound that all the time because I'm waiting for that to go back up. And I'm still making money off of Drip Guard. And I own some Pig, you know, and I got some Hex and I dropped in the PulseX and I'm waiting for that project to come off, you know, to start really. So, you know, I'm not fronting. I'm keeping it real. I'm doing what I do here, but some of these miners and chasing after, I just can't throw no more change into that stuff, especially when they're blatantly disrespecting by coming out with these illiterate white papers like we're not even going to read it. And I know why they do that, because we don't even read it. But you know what? Us dudes on Stupid DeFi channel, we are reading it. Now let me get off of that. Let me snatch this dough out of Genesis and get it over to, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with Genesis tonight. I'll just let that stack. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do my compound over here in stable fund. And that be that. Straight up. So let's go here. We're going to do withdrawal reward. We're going to confirm that. Success. Nice. It says stake. See what we got up here. $16. That's what we're putting in. Straight up. Hit the 16. Hit approve. Go down here. Confirm. 16 BUSD approved successfully. New deposit amount. Say confirm. Success. Nice. Is that us? And there it is, September 9th. There it is, 15th. Straight up, after they pulled out their fees, let's check this calculator. Switch it to BUSD. All right, looking good to me. Total deposits, we had 865. Withdraw rewards, that rewards are starting to stack up again. Withdraw capital, we're at $121. BUSD per day, we're at $12.97. Guess tomorrow will be over 13. BUSD per hour, we're at 54 cents. It's all good. What can I say? Stable Fund is stable, doing what it do. Yo, this is Fogey 24K, rocking out for the stupid DeFi channel. I'm not no financial advisor. This was not no financial advice. Make sure you do your own research and make sure you do not invest more than you can afford to lose, because it is crazy on these DeFi streets. Fogey 24K rocking out for the stupid DeFi channel, and I'm out.